Hello, everyone. Hello, my name is Josie. If you're new to 50 Essentials, welcome. Alrighty, so there's a lot to talk about just because I haven't been talking and I haven't been doing videos. Y'all know how I feel about having to do these videos from my laptop, then the kids, as you can hear in the background. For almost, I think, 2 weeks now, I have been battling with the motivation to get on here and do videos. We're all going through it. We're all like on this roller coaster. Okay. um it's a lot. It's a whole lot, but we still here. That's what grounds you. You're still here. You still are in a physical body and you're still present, even if you only feel like 10% of you is present. You're still here. Now, I'm shooting a live, so I don't want a whole bunch of background noise. Mr. Morris, thank you. Did you? Kind of. um, so you guys, in the description, I put some questions that I want to address. But before I get into anything, I'm gonna do all of my disclaimers up front. I am not a medical professional. I do not give medical advice. If you feel like something's wrong, go to your medical doctor or whatever and get checked out, okay? Number one. Number two, take what resonates and leave the rest, because we are all definitely in different realities right now. Take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Please share this video if you feel like it will assist someone in the now. And yeah, for those of you who haven't liked my Facebook page, please like my Facebook page. For those of you who haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There we go. Now that that's over with, I want to get into how are you feeling? Because that's one of the first questions, I believe, is how are you feeling? Now, today, I'm really not feeling like I want to do anything, like I want to deal with anybody. My body's feeling like it doesn't want to be here, but I'm here and I am caring for myself and kind of just sitting with the energy and doing what I need to do for myself in each moment. There's been quite a bit of interesting new abilities coming up for people. There's been quite a bit of interesting new ascension symptoms as well, right? In my immediate environment, I've noticed the way that energy hits is different. Okay, it's really palpable and it's doing some weird stuff it doesn't normally do. It's not your normal, oh, I got this download through my crown, or oh, there's this energy around me, or these tingly feelings. No, it's like if energies have taken on a life of their own, like whole beings. But it's the energy, it's not beings. You know what I mean? But it feels like if an energy just kind of merged with you or went through you in some kind of way. So I know that's one part of something new that's been happening with me. And then there's definitely new abilities coming online. I got this thing going on where spirit keeps giving me locations, just random locations, not even near each other. I don't know what that's about yet, but we'll see. I ain't gonna make a big deal out of it. We gonna see. We got a lot of people seeing increased Mandela effects, seeing increased I don't even want to say anomalies because it's actually normal, but we're just becoming aware of it in nature, right? Um, Deja vu has been upgraded to something that is very obvious and can't be shaken off immediately like we used to. um, a lot of people are astral traveling, having out of body experiences. There's just so much, and then of course the beautiful purging and clearing, and the truth causing so many tower moments everywhere, so many people to change what they're doing, change who they're dealing with. Like a lot of that is happening right now. So there's a lot of transformation, truth, a lot of integration, a lot of upgrades happening. And it's interesting because I hear a lot of people, and it's the same for me too. I hear a lot of people talking about how they're not connected the same with their spiritual team. The connection's not the same, or it's just absent in the now. Um, for my spiritual team, there's the talking is not happening like it used to. When I ask for help, I get it, but anything else, they're just it's kind of like you have help, but there's rules. And the way that I've been getting stuff lately has been in just bursts of psychic insight or psychic uh, motivation. And I just kind of follow it, but it's not a claircognizant thing and it's not a clairsentient thing. It's more of a, I don't know why I'm doing this, but when I start doing it while I'm in the middle of it, what'll happen is um, I'll realize, oh, yeah, this is definitely my spiritual team nudging me to do this, but I didn't hear anything or feel anything before. It was just one of those, my body just started moving and doing this thing, you know? It's very interesting. I'm still trying to figure it out myself, but there's so much new energy and it's not stable yet, right? It's like a soup and the flavors are not married yet, you know? So one moment you may think that you've figured something out, and the next moment you're back at square one and everything's happening so quickly. Um, Another huge theme that I've noticed is when you have things planned, sometimes you can go with the flow because there's only minor changes that happen, and sometimes everything that you planned for like a whole day changes completely. And it's like another level of going with the flow because some of us can handle minor changes. Okay, well, since we can't do this, we'll do that. And then we still got the other regularly scheduled program. But no, we're being faced with situations where there's huge changes, huge, and they're in succession and it's in series of events. And we're just in this energy. And my advice to you, loves, is to be in it. I'm teaching through example. So when things happen, I explain to the boys what I'm doing while it's happening in the moment. And I let them know we were supposed to be doing this, but do you see how this happened? Do you see how we had to shift? Do you see how, my emotions are and things like that? Like I show them that these things don't bother me because I have a higher understanding of what's going on. So instead of doing this, we're going to go over here and do that. It's just an opportunity to do something. And then when we get into doing that new thing that we didn't plan on doing, we find that there's a lot of blessings and synchronicities involved. So there's a whole bunch of kind of being a marionette to source energy right now, and the messages are not coming in. It's like your spiritual team is saying, we ain't got time to be trying to explain nothing to you. We just gonna move your body. We just gonna move whole situations because we ain't got time to talk right now. We need you to do this, and that's just kind of how it feels. So for me, the more that I just don't make anything a big deal, the easier it is for me to get through. I've been really practicing not being attached to the physical things and situations that people would normally be worried about. I've been really practicing mental fortitude and really choosing joy and choosing peace and things like that. So that's how I combat the chaos that is out there. It seems to me like just in the last couple of days, and today is July 30th, the last couple of days, there's been an increase in car accidents and all kinds of stuff. And it's most likely, because I told the boys this, I said, look, if you get a feeling in the now, it's very important that you follow that feeling. As long as nobody's getting hurt, as long as it's positive, you need to follow that feeling. Because if you go against it, it will cause you to malfunction physically, cognitively, emotionally, all kinds of stuff. So this is not the time to be people pleasing or doing things you really don't want to do. No, because you will majorly malfunction. Okay? It's totally okay, because you technically, per the energies, your persona, your personality, the reality that you have personalized for yourself, all of that is gone. You are nothing, nowhere, but everywhere and everything right now. And that has no identity. You know what I mean? Operating without an identity is not easy. It's like, looking at some peanut butter with a white label that says peanut butter. The first feeling that a lot of people will get is, oh, this is suspect. Oh, this is probably not going to taste good. Because you don't know who made it, you react like somebody that brought some mystery potato salad to the cookout. Who made this? I'm not touching this until I know who made it, because you don't want to have an unpleasant experience. Well, guess what? Now is not the time to avoid whatever you think is going to be an unpleasant experience. Whether it actually turns out to be unpleasant or not, you still need to go through it. There's a lot of purging happening, and a lot of just the stage is being set for so much healing, revelation, and change. So yeah, I'm sorry I had to answer somebody. That is hilarious, because they actually I had a text message scheduled for when that person was off of work. Me and my friend Diane were supposed to hang out. But yeah, there's a lot. And you are becoming the all. You're becoming the collective. And it's kind of hard to stick with the status quo and be who you think you were. I have to say it like that, because that's how it's coming out. It's hard to be who you think you were and stick with the status quo of what is no longer in existence. And it's so funny because at the same time, you think you're still paying bills, you think you're still mom, you think you're still whoever you are and whatever title you have at work, but none of that exists anymore. It's kind of like residual or reverb. Hey, I get it, I give it, right? And you feel it. This is not something I'm just telling you because some of y'all definitely resonate with this. It's just literal residue of what was. It's like finding crumbs in a dang Chips Ahoy bag. You know it was there. There's evidence that that personality, that existence, that whole system, that whole reality was there. But at the same time, you know that it's not there anymore and that what is left is not useful. But it needs to be cleaned up. The crumbs need to be cleaned up and discarded so that the new whatever it is can fully, shine in its glory. Kind of like when you gut out a house to do renovations, there's a certain stage where you can see where everything was, even though it's not there anymore. But then once it's completely renovated and walls get changed around and new furniture and decor goes in there, and a person that's never been there before, they're never gonna know that it was completely different. But you will always know because you were the one doing the renovations. Okay. But that doesn't mean that you need to drag that or try to hold on to the residue of those realities, because again, you got a whole lot of new realities that you're present in now, and then you got a whole lot of old realities that you weren't even aware that you were present in because you were thinking that you were in one reality that whole time. And all of those realities are having to go while all of these new realities are having to come in. It's very interesting of an energy. Some of you may be eating different. Some of your senses may be very heightened. A lot of people are having issues with the ringing in the ears has evolved to just being deaf for a few seconds in one ear, or feeling like you're in high altitudes and having to pop your ears and things like that. Like it's not just the ringing anymore. It's a whole nother situation. And that's okay. Breathe. Breathing and hydration are the two basic survival skills of ascension, because there's a lot of times where things are just so intense that that's all you can do. And when you can't even hydrate, literally just breathe. And I'm not talking about hyperventilating. I'm talking about really getting air to the bottom of your lungs and letting it come out naturally, you know. Let's see. What was one of the other questions? It was, how are you feeling? And what have you noticed? Definitely type in the comments what you've noticed in your new reality, what the Mandela effects, the things that have changed, people that have changed, circumstances that have changed. What have you noticed? Because there's plenty out there to notice. Plenty. Okay. There's animals that are taking some kind of vacation and then coming back. You know how you have street animals, animals that don't have a home, and you're used to seeing them, and then for 2 weeks they're gone and you're wondering, whoa, what was that about? Like, and then they're back. So you know that pest control or whatever they are, those people that catch animals, you know they didn't get them. So, you know, I like to imagine that they went into some kind of portal in the forest and then came back. Something's going on. Definitely watch the animals, okay? Oh man, and your kids. Definitely pay attention to your kids. They need a lot of compassion right now because the children are realizing things that you cannot shield them from. There's a realization going on that is very deep and profound, and it's for everybody. The children are not being left out. Like, it's going down, like seriously, or should I say up, left, right, around in a circle, because it's going, okay? And the kids are coming online too. Not all abilities are tied to what you would think the spiritual realm is, even though math is a universal language and it is definitely connected with spirituality. What I'm trying to tell you is if your child all of a sudden starts to pick up drawing or becomes interested in a subject like math or science, it may be an ability coming online. It doesn't always look like meditating or reading tarot cards or getting into yoga. So pay attention to your kids and what they're interested in and what they're talking about, because they may be working with guides, their higher self, bringing in the information that's going to be needed in the now. They're starting their own journey of becoming whoever they came here to be, to do whatever they came here to do. And they need your support. What else? What else do we have here? um, wow, it just dropped off. That's very interesting. Just totally dropped off. So I'm gonna give y'all an update. I had to replace some of the plants in the 50 Essentials garden with now I have cowpeas, but the blue butterfly pea flowers are really coming in now, so I can't wait to collect and dry enough of them to where I can start giving some away, because they said that it will be that many to where I can give some away. So I look forward to making that announcement in the future where I can send little bags of dry blue pea flowers to people, and maybe you can send me like a video or something of you making your little drink and adding the lemon and it turns purple and all that cool stuff. I am going to get to work doing the individual videos that I hadn't done. Oh man, there's so many things, like the laundry detergent video, when I get enough pea flowers, I'm gonna do a video on how to make that drink and all of the benefits or whatever it feels like or and tastes like, things like that. And of course, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. I got some potatoes in a bucket and I don't know what I'm doing, but it looks good. So we're gonna see what happens. It's alive. So that's good. Um, the okra, I didn't realize it was going to get so tall. Like, it's going to get even taller than what it is. So I'm very proud of my okra. And my herbs are still holding up. My contomere or taro, I don't know how the Americans say it, but that is showing up. I had to cover it. It likes shade. It was too sunny, so it refused to put up leaves, but now it is, and I'm super happy because the okra is giving shade to a lot of the plants now. But yeah, there's a lot going on, and right now it's just me and the boys. So I get things done when I can, and I try not to make a big deal out of what's not done. I just focus on what I can control, and I leave the rest to source, because pretty much I'm always taken care of, and everything eventually gets done, and it's fine, you know. I don't have to die about it. I don't have to be upset. You know, it just, we're just kind of here. The one thing that I will tell you is you have to consciously choose love. You have to consciously choose joy and peace in every single moment. Every time you get knocked off your center in any kind of way, you have to consciously choose to be different. And you have to be brave enough to be alone. You have to be brave enough to let people have their own life experience on their own without you trying to save them or keep them from this and blah, blah, blah. Like, you just you gotta be the real you, you know, and you've got to be able to trust in the source that's within you. Okay. Um, there's a lot. People, oh, that's another thing. People are moving around a lot right now too. They're uprooted and they're kind of floating. That's totally normal for what's going on, because I find that there's a few people that I'm aware of in situations where they don't know exactly what they're doing, but there's a lot of movement in their life, and one moment they're doing this, the next moment they're doing that, and they're just kind of in that energy, and that's totally okay, because they're going to land and everything's going to be fine, and they're going to start to operate, you know, how they need to operate. It's so funny because this is the first time that I heard anything this whole time that I've been talking to y'all. I told you my abilities are starting to really transform into something. But I heard kiss your loved ones. So maybe that was a message for somebody. Kiss your loved ones. Love on them while they're present with you. And for some of you, because I feel a little bit of bitterness, um, leave with love. Don't leave with anger and fear and resentment. When you have to cut people off, do it in a way where you're not pointing the finger or anything like that. You're just kind of leaving in peace, and you're not really explaining yourself or anything like that. I love you, gotta go. Bye. You're not sorry. You're not explaining, because I really feel like there's this you know, there's a lot of people, again, who are having a completely different experience and a completely different reality than you are. And they're not happy, because those crumbs are a big deal to them. The residue being there is a huge deal to them. They're making that residue the focal point. And you're saying, oh, well, this is just remnants of what was. Let me clean this up real quick and keep it moving, because all the rest of this is the new reality. But they're just focused on, what are these crumbs? Why are these crumbs here? Oh my gosh. Because it's not just about the crumbs. It's just like any normal situation where a mom comes in and finds crumbs, and her mind snowballs. Oh, well, we're going to get rats, we're going to get roaches, and then this is going to happen, and that's happen. So those people that are focused solely on the crumbs, they're not afraid of the crumbs. They're afraid of what could happen because the crumbs are there. Y'all, look, I'm just here for this, just like you are. We all are here for what's happening right now. Because I'm sitting here like, what? You know, I'm observing myself like, really? Did you just say all of that? You know what I mean? Like, what is this? Hey, it is what it is, right? Tools that I can give you to survive in the now would be to smile even when you don't want to. Practice smiling and feeling into your heart space. For those of you who don't like to meditate or can't meditate or whatever the case may be, if you just sit and smile and try to get your consciousness all into your heart chakra, it does something. I don't know, but it does. Okay. Um, oh, it's very important, you guys, to keep your vessel, your house, your car, all of that clean. And if you're not the type that keeps up with that, pay somebody to do it. You'll thank me later. I don't know particularly what the message is, but I do know that that's part of me manifesting. I'm not a clean freak just because I can't deal with mess around me. It's not like in a Virgo way. It's more in a every now and again I realize if I'm not manifesting well, it's because the energy's not flowing well enough in the house. So or the car or with me, period. So they're saying clean. Because it creates space. When you clean something, it not only becomes sanitary, but you create space. So, from a spiritual aspect, it's to keep you healthy because it's sanitary and also create space for energy to flow. So anything that you're doing spiritually will be enhanced and will be innate like it should be instead of struggling and being distorted because of the geometry of the situation. That's what they say. Geometry is like a big deal, you guys. Shapes and things like that. Like there's even food that tastes different just because it's in a different shape. Seriously. Like I love compared to regular like French fries, crinkle cut fries for some odd reason just taste better to me. That's an example. But yeah, whatever it is you feel like you're called to do it unapologetically, but from the heart at the same time. If you can figure out how to do that. I do want to let you guys know that we do have a free one question reading available with like 3 of us are doing them. So you definitely want to visit the Linktree link. It's either in the bio, the description, the banner of the YouTube channel, the About Us section of the Facebook. If you click on the Linktree link and you click schedule a session, you're gonna be taken to the website. All you got to do is fill out the form and check your email because that's where you're going to get all the links to choose your provider and schedule with them. But yeah, I'm thinking that I'm done now. But yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow the YouTube channel, the Facebook. I get confused sometimes. It's a lot. It's okay. We good. But I will talk to you loves soon, and just look out for the individual videos with the awesome products that we have and the projects that we're going to be doing. Okay. Love to you all, healing to you all, bravery to you all in the now. I'll talk to you soon.